We did for 40 minutes what we've done for 30 practices, played hard. We did not always play extremely efficient basketball, but we really played hard. And if you do that when you're talented, when you're deep, when you're athletic, you're going to have a chance to be successful. And I believe we will do that every game. Got to shoot better. Got to do a better job of making shots. So that's part of our challenge. I think we will. I put 6 bullet points up before every game. One of them was today, next play. I thought at times we got a little bit anxious because of the emphasis on the new rule, the fouls call. We had a couple of fouls that our guys are looking around, raising their hands like I didn't foul, and I think that affected the next couple of plays. You can't do that, because probably the tenor of how these fouls were called today will be how we'll see games called all season. So you have to make sure you adjust. You can't not play defense, but you can't let it affect what you do on the next trip down the floor. I like what X did for us. He got us out of the gate with some baskets. I think he had maybe our first 7 points. And he'll probably shoot a little bit more than he did last year. We might move him some off the ball. I thought Matt Shrigley did a really good job tonight of running the wing. And he got himself some easy open look with his feet set because he got out down the floor and he spaced the floor. And then he was 2 for 3 from three-point range. So some good things. I know we'll play hard on Thursday. I like our team. We played everybody today again. I think we had 11 guys again with double-figure minutes. That won't happen all the time. Probably won't happen in the next game. But we do have depth. And I think that we can pressure people even if we don't run at them and trap them and hopefully wear them down over the course of a 40-minute game, maybe playing a few more people ourselves. Anything for me? We had 7 turnovers in the first 7 minutes, and we've been pretty protective of the ball. I think I would agree with that. I thought we competed hard. We didn't give them, that big guy's pretty good, and I think we made him pretty ordinary tonight. Skyler used his length to challenge every shot. He was their leading scorer and rebounder a year ago, and he's big and strong, and we were able to neutralize that. So I thought we did a pretty good job defensively. Got to take care of the ball. We did not do a good enough job in that first 7 minutes. Had 7 turnovers in the first 7 minutes and wound up with 14 for the game. So the last 30-plus minutes, we were pretty good with the ball. We didn't give them layups, and we didn't give them too many wide open shots. They had shots going to the rim, but we've played teams where you put a drive in and it looks like it might be a clean look, and all of a sudden here comes Skyler, here comes Josh, here comes another defender with length that make those kinds of shots hard. And we did that tonight, especially the first half. I think with 5 minutes to go, they had 30 points. And we should defend pretty effectively. We have a chance to be a really good defensive team. We've talked on that before. So we just have to say, okay, what are the things that hurt us? How many angles did we give up? And how many times did we put them to the free throw line? And we can't put good teams to the free throw line as many times as we did tonight. But it's a good opener for us. We will now get ready to move into the next one.
Coach,
You know, it's hard to maintain a level of concentration. I thought we did that for the most part. I was proud of that fact. And you have to be demanding of yourself as a player. We had one of our keys to success, 10 or fewer turnovers. We almost had that in 7 minutes, but then we settled in and had 14 for the game. So I got a lot of good things I saw out of it, and we got a lot of teaching points. We can say, okay, got to clean this up a little bit, got to do this a little bit better. But I'm glad we were able to play a lot of people. Glad we got a good early, comfortable lead, and we're able to maintain it. We didn't give them any runs at all. And you know, we say at least one 8-0 run, a half. I know we were at one stretch, and one of the coaches came over and said we're on a 14-0 run into the first half, start of the second half. So I thought we were pretty good in a lot of areas. Back.
I know, like, during the press conference earlier this week, first off, during that exhibition, your plan was to play everyone all these 10 minutes. Was that your plan tonight? Because you still managed to do that. And what's that kind of say about your team, especially getting some of the younger guys in, especially the walk-on line? You got some minutes with them.
That was our goal tonight, to play everybody on the team. I didn't say we're going to play everybody 10 minutes, but I made a conscious effort to play 11 guys in the first half. And we were able to do that. Got to make sure we don't do it at the expense of disturbing rhythm and taking a guy out that's playing pretty good. But we had some issues with foul trouble. Josh had 2 early fouls. Winston had 2 early fouls. I think this year I'll probably have more wiggle room with guys playing in the first half with 2 fouls. I think. You need to play guys in situations where you see if they can play smart but still play. Oftentimes guys can say, yeah, I can play with 4 fouls, but they don't guard anybody. I thought we did a pretty good job even when we had fouls to still stay with it defensively.
But you mentioned this, you're an 8-man guy, 8.5-man guy rotation, and you said you may have to reevaluate that. Did you learn tonight that you want to still be an 8.5-man guy, or do you think you might go 9-10 against Arizona?
I don't know what we'll do against Arizona. I really don't. I would hope that I would play 9 or 10 guys, but we'll see what that means. I've got confidence in all 11 of them, but it's hard to play 11 guys with consistency. But you know, we might be able to do it. I don't know. I have never done it before, but I think we have more depth, quality depth, and more. You know, I call it quality. We had a lot of guys that are right there. There's not a lot of separation between some of these guys. So if they continue to practice hard, we're going to continue to give them opportunities to play.
What did you think of Josh Davis?
I'm sorry?
What did you think of Josh Davis?
I thought Josh got frustrated a little bit in the first half, didn't have a point, and came out, and we consciously ran something for him to start the second half, and he got an and one, and within about a minute he had 5 points, and I know that made him feel a little better. Josh is a really good player, and I think we'll see that time after time after time. If you ask Josh, he would say he probably felt he played C- if he had to grade himself. But Josh plays and plays hard all the time, and he's a willing giver up of the ball. He had a couple of great passes from the middle when they zoned us, and we put it to him in the high post area, and he found guys for layups. And so often guys get selfish when they know they haven't gotten enough touches and no baskets. But this team's been really good at playing unselfishly, and I told them that after the game. That's one of the strengths of this team. Don't let that ever change on how we play.